We sell our abrasives one of two different ways. We sell it either in the ready to wrap box or the ready to cut bulk rolls. What we're going to be using today is your ready to wrap box. We're going to pull it out of the box and wrap it on the drum. Compress the clip here on the left hand side. Insert the paper through the drum slot. You're going to insert the paper up until about that hash mark. Roll the top of the drum away from the operator, being sure not to overlap the abrasive as you go. And spread the paper out to the end of the drum. You're going to compress the clip here on this side. You're going to push the paper down through the clip and release. This is a properly tensioned take-up fastener. This fastener is very, very close to the support fin of the drum. That's where you need to start with your abrasive wrap. A few things you got to remember when you're wrapping the abrasive on the drum. First and foremost is make sure your paper is not overlapped from the wrap before it. Also, you don't necessarily need a gap between all the wraps. You can butt them up tight, or you can leave a small gap in between. That is your choice and preference. Does not have any impact on performance either way, except the right hand side of the drum here, where the wrap gets fastened into your take-up fastener, and the wrap before it. As the paper stretches, if there is no gap here, the paper will not be able to be pulled into the inside of the drum. It will start overlapping, burning and breaking. You will have complications. General rule of thumb for paper stretching. All paper will stretch and put under these conditions. If you're working with an 80 grit or finer, so 80 grit through 220 grit, you're going to want to stop the drum, shut down production for just a moment, and retension the abrasive on the right hand side about 3 times. First time you're going to run about 10 square feet through the product. You're going to stop and retension the abrasive. You're going to sand an additional 20 square feet through the machine. You're going to stop and retension the abrasive on the right hand side. After you've run an additional 30 square feet through the machine, you stop and retension the abrasive on the right hand side one last time, and the abrasive is usually done stretching at about that point. Now for 24, 36, 60 grit abrasives, that paper appears to stretch a little bit more, and you got to stop a little more often to compensate for the stretching paper. So a good general rule of thumb is on a 24, 36, or 60 grit abrasive, you're going to stop at 5 square feet, retention, run an additional 10 square feet, you're going to retension the abrasive, and then again at 15 and 20 square feet, you're going to stop and retension the abrasive on the right hand side, and those coarser grits are usually done stretching at that point in time.